My stepmom tried to kick me out for her baby, but she didn't know the house she lived in was actually mine. I'm 19. I honestly thought I was just crashing at my dad's place while I went to community college, but ever since my stepmom Barbara got pregnant 6 months ago, she's made my life absolute hell. She complains that I'm too loud after work, that I eat too much of their food, that I'm times taking up space times the baby will need. And the worst part, she treats me like I'm some freeloader. She'll make these little digs like, some people just never learn to stand on their own 2 feet. Or, I can't wait until we have our own space as a real family. My dad just keeps telling me she's hormonal and stressed, but honestly, he's just whipped. Then, last month, things blew up. Barbara cornered me in the kitchen one afternoon, fake sweet smile and all. Honey, we need to talk about your living situation, she said. You'll have to move out before the baby comes. We're converting your room into a nursery. Having a grown man here just isn't the vibe for our new family. I felt my stomach drop. Barbara, I'm still in school. I only work part-time. I can't afford a place yet. She just shrugged. You're 19. Most people your age figure it out. I tried to reason with her, told her I'd need a few months to save up, but she didn't care. You have until the baby's due. 3 months. I was devastated. That house had been my home since my mom died 5 years ago. The only place that still felt like family. But then, I remembered something strange. When my great-aunt Margaret passed away 3 years ago, Dad had me sign a bunch of legal papers. He said she left me some college money. I never thought much of it, just trusted him. But lately, something about that whole thing felt off. So last week, I went to the county records office. I asked them to check if there were any property records under my name. The clerk typed for a few seconds, frowned, then looked up and said, "Are you sure you're only 19? Because it says here, you own a pretty valuable property." My heart stopped. She printed out the documents and there it was. My great-aunt hadn't just left me money. She'd left me her entire house. The same house we'd been living in for the past 5 years. According to the deed, I'd become the legal owner the moment I turned 18, which meant my dad and Barbara had been living in my house. Yesterday, I came home from work and found Barbara in my room, packing my stuff into boxes. "What are you doing?" I asked. She smiled smugly. "Helping you get organized for your move. Since you're not making any effort to find a place, I figured I'd give you some motivation." That's when I took a deep breath, reached into my backpack, and pulled out the property deed. "Actually, Barbara, there's something you should know." I held it out. "This is my house. I own it." She blinked, frowned, and snatched the papers. Her face went through every emotion: confusion, disbelief, anger, and then pure panic. "This can't be right. Your dad inherited this place from his aunt." I shook my head. "Actually, his aunt was my great aunt. She left it to me. You and Dad have been living here as my guests." She started stuttering, threatening to call my dad and get to the bottom of this. "Go ahead," I said calmly, "but maybe start looking for apartments because if anyone's moving out, it's you. You've never seen a person change faster." The same woman who'd been treating me like dirt for months suddenly turned sweet as sugar, apologizing, blaming hormones, saying she didn't mean it. But I was done. "You gave me 3 months to find a new place," I told her. "So I'm giving you the same courtesy." Now she's frantically apartment hunting while being overly polite to me in my time's house. Funny how quickly people learn respect when they realize you're not just the kid they can boss around. You're their landlord.